What's up, Brooklyn Squad? It's your girl, and I'm back again with another video. Was y'all able to hear that? Hey, Kathy B. Y'all didn't hear that? Y'all didn't hear the intro? Hey, Cody Voice. Hey, Cherish. Was y'all able to hear the intro? No? Well, baby, let's do it again. Hold on. Hey, Cherish. Welcome to Brooklyn Squad, y'all. Real life drama, real life crimes. I am Brooklyn, and I'm here to bring you the drama crimes, baby. And there's a lot going on in these streets, okay? Y'all like my little. Now I have washed my hair, so I gotta put this on my head because you know them psoriasis, baby, don't be playing. They be in your hair, your skin, everywhere. Ugh. Katie! Hi, baby. I missed you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Welcome. I'm so loud. Welcome. I look very beautiful. Thank you. Let's get into it. This case happened with a mother and two of her precious, adorable babies had gone missing. I missed you too. Not one person, not one missing case, right? But two. Two in Charlotte. A mother going missing with two kids? Where did they go? On vacation? Did they take a trip? Did they go to the beach? Did they go to see their baby father, maybe? Did she go to the park? No, that's not what happened. She was missing. And after a while, they finally found her. And it's not looking good. And it's still not looking good. So I want to send my condolences out to her family. Another tragedy. Another tragedy. Oh boy. I hate it. I just can't stand why I don't understand why people do what they do, baby. I really don't. Let me cut this up some. This is loud. Why is this? Why is you can't even you can't even hear that? Hold on, y'all, because I want to make sure y'all can hear it. You can't hear that. Shit. The hell? What the hell was that? They found the baby and her mother.
This morning with breaking news. I'm Kaylin Hagwood. A major update in the search for the man investigators say is responsible for killing a Charlotte mother and her 2 young children. CMPD charging 35-year-old Benjamin Taylor with 3 counts of murder and concealment of death. In a multi-agency search, Taylor was found in California and brought into custody less than 24 hours after the bodies of 22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her children, 4-year-old
Hey,
Miracle
Lisa.
and 7-month-old Messiah, were identified in a Charlotte apartment after she went missing earlier this month. The victim's family speaking out yesterday as the search was underway.
She didn't deserve it. She wasn't an evil person or nasty person. She was real sweet.
Well, CMPD Chief Johnny Jennings also speaking out about this yesterday, saying the killings were not random. He said the suspect was someone the children's mother was in a relationship with. We have reached out for more information and we'll provide that to you on air as well as online as soon as it's available.
See the difference. You're watching.
I'm going to drop the link. Give me 1 minute. One minute. 1 minute. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
Why I love Envato
This is what I
Elements?
was looking for.
I love that I don't have to animate my own texting conversations in After Effects, because that's
right now from Queen City News.
We're following breaking news right now. Charlotte police are searching for a missing mother and her 2 young children.
Want to get right out to Queen City News reporter Shakira Speaks, who joins us now from CMPD headquarters in
This is
Uptown
what I was looking for.
with what we know at this hour. Shakira.
Let me drop the link.
Yeah, Brian, Alicia,
we're going to talk about it.
Authorities say 22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her 2 children, 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson, have been missing since March 3rd. The CMPD just allowed the public to know about the disappearance, today. They were last seen in an apartment complex on Orchard Trace Lane in Charlotte, CMPD said Johnson hasn't contacted any known family members and they're concerned for her welfare. CMPD also says, quote, it is unknown at this time what Johnson and her children were last seen wearing, end quote. The police report says she may be driving a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro. Now, we reached out to friends and family on Facebook for more information about Johnson, and we also called CMPD to understand the protocol to be declared missing and why it took so long for CMPD to notify the community about the disappearance. If you have any information on Markayla Johnson or Messiah Johnson or Miracle Johnson's disappearance, you are urged to call 911, call CMPD if you have any information. For now, reporting in Charlotte, Shakira Speaks, Queen City News.
Hey, boo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mom, I can hear you. You just got your background.
Say it again.
Your background is noise in the background. Your TV.
Uh-oh, let me grab that. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Why did they Lisa Hoare, how are you, love? I'm so sorry. I said hi, right? Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Wow. A mother and her two precious babies. What the hell is going on? But you know what, though? Thank God they found the monster who did this, allegedly. Thank God they found the monster who did this.
Yes.
Now, how long did it take for them to go searching for her and her babies?
Well, I believe they've been looking for them just maybe 2 days after the family started wondering where she was. It's been weeks. So they went to do the wellness check, and no one ever went inside the apartment.
Wait a
They
minute,
just
you said
knocked.
week?
Nobody responded.
Wait, freeze for a minute, babes. Did you just say it's been weeks?
Yeah, weeks. They were in that apartment for weeks, unalived.
When did she go missing?
At the beginning of the month, around the 4th, I want to say.
Oh no.
Yep. Yep.
When did they give the missing report?
Her mother did it fairly quickly. It was like those 2 days went past. She didn't hear from her as she would usually. And, I think she reached out fairly quickly and reported her missing.
And they waited all this time to go searching for a mother and her two little babies?
Yeah, well, it just became like public knowledge, like in the media, like a week ago, that they were missing, had been reported missing. Yet, I mean, that's not the scary part. I think the scary part is that it took them that long to actually get into the apartment. Like, she was missing. I think that should have been something that, they could have taken care of fairly quickly. Like, let's get into this apartment, because it could have been that situation. It could have been a situation of carbon monoxide poison. We don't know, but you just still knocking on the door. She's not responding. She can't be anywhere else, but they don't make entry for whatever legalities, could have come up. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it was some type of legal issue with them.
And that's her apartment, right?
That's her apartment. Yep. And also when they found them, but not just when they found them, they just found them, excuse me. When they were there searching and knocking on the door last week, the neighbor said the boyfriend's vehicle and motorcycle was in the parking lot of the apartment complex. They said, she's, pretty quiet. The kids are good. We don't ever see her boyfriend arguing or anything. And matter of fact, his car and motorcycle are outside parked there now. So I think maybe people were under the impression that they all left with him also, because his vehicles were outside of the apartment.
You know what's crazy, girl?
What's that?
Because there was another case, right? I just had an interview. I had interviewed an activist on here last weekend, right? And he's working on a case where the police went into a man's home, right? Because they supposed to got a domestic violence call.
Okay.
They didn't knock though, and to check this out, they didn't knock or nothing. They got the key from the landlord.
Yep.
In his home and shot him in his bed while he was sleeping.
Wow.
No girlfriend was there. Nobody was there. There was no domestic violence, nothing. The man was in his bed sleeping, and police went in there blowing shit up.
Yeah, and then you see this young lady missing, obviously needed help, and they never made entry. Like when I just didn't understand either why there was no Amber Alert for these kids or a Silver Alert. Like, it gives something else.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why was there no Amber or something alert? I thought it was supposed, like, those are you got 2 missing babies and a mother.
Yep.
Katie says, it seems like he may have brought them back there and placed them there.
Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless, yet, the only, thing that would lead me to believe that is not possible is that the neighbors, are very aware of what's going on. They knew her, but necessarily didn't know her. They knew, they didn't fight, et cetera, et cetera. But I think they pretty much were paying attention to the ins and outs, and, people watch people come and go and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a possibility, I mean, look at what happened with Mahogany. I see that we could see better pictures of the apartment complex where they were beating her brutally outside on the lawn there. And nobody did anything. There were a ton of apartment complexes, within that vicinity and windows everywhere. So it's possible.
It's unfucking believable, my God. Unfucking believable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Thank you for joining me, Mama. Thank you. I did see your message, but I saw it late last night. Did you see the time that I messaged you back?
I did.
That's what time I saw your message.
I did.
I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. My migraine started acting up, so I was like, Dave was like, maybe you should just chill. You know what I mean? Like, fall back a little bit. You did a live. So I did, but see, I'm hard-headed because instead of doing the falling back, I did an upload.
I mean,
it was a case that, I wanted to get out there about the 12 years old little boy.
Yeah. So, and you're going to be doing that case later or tomorrow?
I did the upload last night.
Okay.
Yeah, about the 12 years old. I did the upload when I was supposed to be relaxing because of the migraine. I did the upload late last night. So it is up there on the channel.
Got it.
But I wanted to do a live on this one. This is really sick. This is really sick. Now they have the guy.
The boyfriend. Yep.
They have the boyfriend. So, they got him pretty quick, but not just quick enough.
I mean, well, he's been fala loopsing around the country. He went from east to west, and he's had weeks. They were missing the 4th or 3rd, like Katie said, possibly. I think she said the 3rd. It was around that time frame. He's been in the wind. Yeah, he's been in the wind.
He's been in the wind for a minute.
Yeah.
Because look, we almost in freaking what's today's date? 18th? Damn.
Yeah. Almost an entire month.
Almost in April.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes real quick.
Yep. It does. I'm wondering if he's going to confess or even give them anything. Yet they arrested him, so they have something on him. He's charged as well. So there's something indicating that he's the one who committed these murders. And I mean, I wonder if he's going to say why. Was it domestic? Well, it was domestic in nature, but why though? Was she getting ready to leave him? I mean, I don't know.
Was she involved with someone else? You never know, because these motherfuckers these days get real jealous.
Yeah.
And they did do a conference. So I'm going to play that. Just found it. But I found
it. Because I really want to, understand a little bit more about what happened in that situation. Okay. So sad. Why did you have to kill the babies, though?
Right. Exactly.
What they do to you?
Why the babies? Bastards. Excuse my language, but damn, man.
It's sick.
Lisa says, with Mahogany, people probably saw it but scared to come forward, or maybe people came forward, feel their lives would be jeopardy or threatened.
And that's highly possible as well. Yet, people really need to try to put themselves in other people's shoes and consider if that were you And people don't think like that. People just think, oh, well, it'll never happen to me. Or, you know, they try not to really think that far into it. And that is causing people to, you know, stay attached to this no snitch culture. And it's ridiculous.
Exactly. And you know, another thing, like, don't say your name when you call the police anonymously.
Yeah.
Just do anonymous.
It doesn't work like that. So if they witness the murder and, you know, they say, hey, this is the situation, they still have to testify that.
Yes, they do.
You know,
yes,
they can do it on camera, but
yes, they do.
The law says that a person who's being tried has the right to also face the person whom is, you know, accusing them or saying that they did something. So, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword with that. But, you know, a lot of the times people just need to do the right thing.
Stand up, do the right thing, because it could be you.
Yeah, or your child.
Katie said the 18th, 15 days ago. Yeah, 15 days ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
We are Cody's
2 weeks
voice.
in a day.
Yep, this just blows my mind. Why is it always the babies?
Yes.
Yo, I said it's a baby hate train going around.
I can't fathom that, you know, like a child.
Yep, it is a baby hate train going around, and it is disgusting.
It's beyond
disgusting. What if they want to use or that's what I was saying. That name, yeah.
Alias.
Yeah, that girl, you know what I mean.
Well, you know, they can't use the alias, like I said, because what happens is that you have to go in front of the judge, even if it is a recorded testimony. You still have to sit with the magistrate or the judge, you know, and be recorded so that they could play that in court, or you have to sit directly in court, point the person out, et cetera, et cetera. That's why a lot of people don't like to get involved, because they know that's what's going to happen. These are not things like, oh, I got a tip, you know, somebody said and her body's possibly here. You know, these are things like I seen, you know, I saw what happened and this is how it played out. And in order for them to use that as evidence or testimony, you have to go to court.
Yeah, that do make sense. You got to testify. I forgot about that shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And Katie, Cody's voice said, yep, that's true. Yeah. Forgot about that part. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the. So y'all didn't hear the intro before? Damn. Before I played it again, I thought y'all was listening. I thought y'all heard it.
No, I didn't hear this recent.
Oh, wow. So I guess I have to pull it up and then you can hear it then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So damn, that means when I did game night and I was playing the R&B, it wasn't listening to it and I was over here jamming away.
Uh-oh.
By myself.
In Atlantan times, we knew that everything was mine. The father was not
thinking they was jamming with.
A grieving family stood behind Charlotte Police Chief Johnny Jennings after learning their missing loved one, 22-year-old Markayla Johnson, had been found dead in her apartment. Her two children, 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson, along with her.
We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that we bring closure for the family and also bring justice to the person responsible for these murders.
Jennings says they exhausted every lead into her missing persons investigation, and then they executed a search warrant into her apartment, this one right here at the top. It was also the last place that anyone had seen her.
The person that we are looking for is within the state of North Carolina and South Carolina. However, we don't know where that person is at this time, but we are actively looking for her.
Is that person a boyfriend?
She was in a relationship. That is the person that we are looking for, that she was acquainted with. That is why we want to make sure that we know that that everyone knows that it's not a random act that we're talking about.
Investigators discovered the remains Friday evening. Jennings says the investigation is still in its early stages and authorities don't have a motive. And they also did not say how the victims died. Johnson's grandmother, Ramona, says her granddaughter suffered from mental health issues, but she and her great-grandchildren did not deserve this.
Who was to say a man that she think that she loved was going to kill her?
Yeah.
And the kids.
A missing persons report was made on March 3rd. However, CMPD did not notify the public until March 8th. Jennings says authorities didn't know what they had until they dug deeper into the investigation.
Generally, we try to get those out as quickly as possible, particularly when someone's in danger or we feel like there might be foul play involved.
I just want to say, I miss my baby. I miss my grandkids. She was a good person, and everybody knows Kaylin would do anything for you. She didn't deserve this.
Reporting in Charlotte, Shakira Speaks, Queen City News.
That is so tragic.
They got another one too. Hold on. Mother and young children found. I think that's the same one. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think this one might be the same.
Wix is your platform to perform on.
Oh, I just saw
a complete.
Damn.
Afternoon, but unfortunately have some grave news to report and some information to talk about in reference to a missing persons report that was first put out on March the 8th, on Friday, March the 8th, for 22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her children.
Yeah, it was the boyfriend.
4-year-old Miracle Johnson and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson. As detectives began to investigate this missing persons case at the time, subsequently ended up conducting a search warrant at the residence here Friday, March the 15th. That search warrant unfortunately revealed the bodies of all three, Markayla, Miracle, and Messiah. And behind me is a grieving family that lost their loved ones, and now have to move forward because of the hands of another person without their family members. This is difficult for me as the police chief. As you look at homicides that have been occurring across our city, nothing is worse than homicides of small children and family members, as we're seeing and talking about today. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that we bring closure for the family and also bring justice to the person responsible for these murders. And we're going to continue on until that is concluded. And as we said, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do everything we can. That includes a nationwide search for a person of interest that we're looking at this time. So with that, I'll take any questions. And not a whole lot. Please understand that this investigation is moving forward very quickly. There will be some things that I will not be able to talk about just for the sake of trying to ensure that we uphold the integrity of the investigation and also be able to locate our person of interest. So I'll answer any questions you might have.
Is this a local person that you folks are looking for? And is there a vehicle possibly that would help to identify the person?
The person that we are looking for is within the state of North Carolina and South Carolina.
They found him.
However, we don't know where that person is at this time, but we are actively looking for. Is that person the boyfriend? She was in a relationship.
We saw this, right?
We are looking for that she was acquainted with. That is why we want to make sure that we know that.
Looked like he had said some words before that I didn't hear.
But did you hear that though? I think that's the biggest problem. After just hearing that at the beginning, I think that's the biggest problem that I have now with this case.
What?
They knew from the beginning,
that
even as much. No, not well. Yeah, they knew that, but they knew from the beginning, so much so that because there has to be some type of documentation for them to even mention it, that she suffers from a mental illness. That automatically should qualify her for a silver
alert.
Why did that never come?
Right.
She could have been anywhere.
Recordings just got
suffering any type of, mental breakdown issues, anything.
Yep.
Why did that silver alert never come? Like, the state needs to start taking responsibility for not making this information public, faster. And there's no way that it took you, with the knowledge of a person suffering mentally, and having those documents, there's no way that it took the judge 2 weeks to sign off on a search warrant to get a key to her house. Her
That's
parents
crazy.
better than me, baby, because I would have kicked the door down. They would have had to take me to jail. I would have been kicked that door in. Just like in the Soto case. What did dad go to his daughter's house and do? Kick the door.
You guys remember?
Yes.
He wasn't
Because they
playing.
weren't going to wait for the police for weeks for them to go in that house and look.
That's right.
Because you see they don't look, and they play a lot of games. And
That's right.
why didn't she ever get a silver alert? And those babies were in jeopardy.
I would sue the hell out of them. Girl, my first thing is sue the motherfuckers, sue the hell out of them.
They should.
For
They
real.
should.
That's
I mean, but
crazy.
it doesn't seem that it changes anything. But this is
It
so
don't.
sad. We have all these alert systems set up, and we don't
not
even
using them.
utilize them.
I said that to Cody's voice the other day when they did something for little Cody, and I was like, I was so happy that they did do something in his name, but they don't use it. All these things they got, they don't use it.
Yeah. All these alert systems that we have. And then when they, kind of backpedal around using them and then do them later than they really should, they say things like, oh, we had an issue with, the system, or it wasn't working as it should. Like, there's always an excuse and there's always a lie. It's ridiculous. And I don't think they took the parents seriously, but just knowing that she had a documented illness that qualifies as a disability, she should have automatically qualified for a silver alert, and the public should have been made aware of this situation immediately.
Exactly. I agree. And because that's the first thing he said out of his mouth. She had a
mental disorder.
Right.
So we don't know where she was mentally.
Right, exactly. Now that's the first time you hearing this?
That's the first time I've heard of. I'm like, wow. But the first time I heard about the case was just last week, and it was
about the mental disorder. See what I'm saying?
No. What I'm saying is that they just made it on the news public that she was missing last week. They're just giving us these delayed, things. It's just sad. There's no information available. They could have been found out. And you know what? Another thing that I have an issue with, they were in that house, or possibly they're, possibly 18, or what did Katie say, 15 days deceased. You can smell that. This is a small complex. You can smell death through the wall, through the window, the flies. It does not take long for those things to happen.
That's right. And nobody, you know what? It goes back to what we were saying a few minutes ago. People not standing up saying anything.
The police, I think we should think about also, because if you went and knocked on that door 3-4 days later, after they were unalived in that apartment, you can smell it.
You would have smelled it.
You couldn't smell that? That should warrant them kicking the door down. But you wanted to go wait for a warrant.
Oh, so hold on. Wait. I am lost a little bit right now. Hold on. Let me put this. Well, I'm going to show you. I got this up because I wanted to show y'all a video that one of the ladies that I watch, Black Girl, something, I think her name is. Missing Black Girls. I'll do a little reaction video on it. But hold up. I am so confused a little bit right now. You mean to tell me they went over there and because they needed a search warrant?
Correct. They didn't attempt to make entry. They probably asked her mom, and her mom said, no, I don't have a key. They asked the office, and the office said, hey, due to legal issues, we have to have a warrant. this is what happens in these types of situations. I'm sure it happened in the Soto case too. They lived in a nice complex. This is what they do. It's understandable. But like I said, the parents took things into their own hands and kicked the door down. If you want to give me a ticket or, have me locked up, do a walkthrough, I don't care. It's fine. But I don't think that her parents even thought that. I don't know what they thought because they really have not spoken about the entirety of the situation. But you can smell a body after 3 days. You literally can smell a body decomposing after 3 days, and it's an extremely heavy smell. So there's absolutely no way that they went to do a wellness check, knocked on the door, and
without smelling nothing.
I don't know what the weather's been like out there, but it's getting hot around the country, so it's not adding up.
That sure don't add up. You're right about that.
And not only that, she's suffering from a mental illness. What if she killed herself and the kids in there? Why didn't they do something more?
Wow. I will investigate the goddamn police. Lisa said he probably had a restraining order. Well, she meant to say she probably had a restraining order on him. When he got locked up, they would do him in jail. They go after people killing kids. Yeah, they do. That's why I allegedly feel they weren't the priors. What? They weren't their prior and placed there when they saw his vehicle at the complex. She think that they were probably placed there.
After the fact.
After the fact, right.
Yeah.
Their bodies probably were somewhere else, and he placed it there in her apartment.
Yeah, I really wish I could find the article that I originally read. There was somebody mentioned that his car had been there since the last time they saw her. But yeah, we are CODIS voice. Yeah, somebody.
Silver alert.
Yep.
Somebody definitely smells something. Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah. Unless she was placed there. That's the only thing that I could, like Katie said, because come on now, that was a long time and nobody smelled that. The police?
Yeah. But
unless he did somewhere else.
For sure, after 15 days, they smelled something, but they still waited for a warrant. Like, what?
No way in hell. No way in hell. I'll kick that mother
to hear from the neighbors.
I'm kicking that door
from the neighbors. I wonder what the neighbors would say. Did they complain to the, office about, what was that conversation? They living right on top of each other, right next door. So 3, not one person, 3 people.
3 people. Yeah. Somebody go find me a neighbor. Yeah, like with Cody 6 months later, and the police could still smell that. Right.
Exactly.
Right. They still smelled him. Right.
If it's not cleaned up properly, you can smell it for years.
Right.
Literally.
I believe they had to get a warrant because there was no alert.
Yeah, and I think that was also their fault, Katie. Like, they should have put out that alert. Why are you not telling families, your daughter does qualify for this. You've proven that she has this, that, and the other, and you feel, that something's not right. Let's go on and put out an alert for her. Just let's get it done. I don't even think they're giving people options. I think they just go with the laziest thing. They want to think, this person is an adult. They can do whatever they want. They're always not taking people at face value. It's just kind of like, one of those things.
It's crazy.
I just can't believe that.
I know. I was gonna say something too. Damn, because you said something, and I was gonna piggyback off of it. Damn. So much, girl. I can't remember. So much shit was going on today, girl. Me and Dave had to fly at the house because of something happened. My brain is everywhere, y'all.
Oh no.
Yeah. Damn.
So your anxiety is up there. Inhale, exhale. Whew, shake it out.
Oh,
yes, shake it out. That's what I do. When I get anxiety bad, I gotta shake it out.
That's what it was. Katie, you reading my mind? Especially with the kids. There was something with the kids that it was hot in here. I have to put the fan on. It was something with the kids I was gonna say. Oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my God. Oh, I think that they should be an Amber Alert, no matter when kids go missing. I don't care what age, if they're sick, if they're not sick. I think that it should be an Amber Alert regardless.
Yeah. But you know that I think the reason why they have it the way they do is because of the extremely high amount of children that go missing daily. Like we're talking about hundreds of kids throughout the country. And there's a small amount of kids that run off. So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I just don't know. I don't know. It's like one of the saddest things ever.
It is.
But there should be some type of other alert, you know, I mean, but they should utilize these things. You have these resources. Why are you not using them? Look at how fast they caught the guy. It feels as though they solved her murder before they found her body. Like this is what it's giving, because you found her in that apartment Friday and the boyfriend who's all the way in California is already under arrest. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
Something's not adding up.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Or maybe they found him on Thursday and he just confessed to the unalivings and was like, hey, this is where they at. I don't know. I sure like to see the court documents on this because this is wild. Those poor babies. Lord knows.
Let me see something. I'm trying to see if we could find something on this shit. Not this shit, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Gothic. You know, my head is like, 6 hours ago. They reported something. Let me see.
That's right, Katie. They failed. Like they continuously.
Oh yeah, they tried. They failed big time.
They did. This is sad though. You're talking about a 7-month-old baby and a 4-year-old child, and the mom is young herself. Like, and she has a disability. To the person responsible. You know, they should be protecting people with disabilities a lot better than they do. I can tell you that as well. It's ridiculous.
They don't take it serious. They don't take it serious at all.
You know, and then they will say things like they're understaffed and they need more people. I think they should maybe lower their standards. I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but like, come on, seriously. You have these government jobs, put people in the jobs that want to do them, train the people, you know, do something better than what you're doing, because people are literally dying because they're not getting the response they deserve. It's ridiculous.
And that's my thing as well. I feel like train them and train them well. Because it seems like these police officers most of the times are doing most of the crimes than anybody else.
That as well.
How many cops have unalived these victims' children's?
You know what I wonder sometime outside of that, but that's a big issue that we have too. It's, you know, something they don't want to talk about ever, of course, because they would have to take responsibility for it. But I wonder often how many of these murderers are, you know, maybe having family ties or friendships with law enforcement officers or, you know, public defender, prosecutors, what have you, judges, and they're telling them, hey, you got to do this, that, and the other, and like, you know, putting them onto the system, and things are happening, you know, behind that. It's a problem all the way to the top.
I agree. I definitely agree with you on that one.
There's no reason why people should be getting more time in jail for selling drugs,
you
know, versus, you know, being a child predator.
Oh, yes. Yes. And they releasing these monsters like it ain't no tomorrow. Look at the Maddie, what was Harmony's case, right? Harmony, her father, Adam Montgomery.
Yeah.
Daughter. Now, you know, his wife just got paroled. She was granted parole.
Wow.
She sat there and watched this monster beat this little girl to death so bad until she had only the juices in her, you know, her flesh, as they carried around in a bag, put in the attic at the homeless shelter, and did nothing to stop him.
And I'm sure her defense said that she was the victim too. And
yeah, they was doing drugs. They was drug addicts, which we know they were using, but she was the victim. She was scared.
I mean, but that's an excuse. That's an excuse, because that's just like saying all drug addicts.
She got pregnant again, though, from him.
Of course. She should have been. She should have been paroled to a mental institution. Facts.
Straight like that.
Facts. Like, not back into society. Clearly, you need a lot of help, and we can't trust you out here in these streets.
Exactly. Exactly. And she had involvement with transporting the bag with her body as well. Make it make sense, Katie said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But she should be charged just as everybody is being charged with this Mahogany case.
Right.
You were there. You were an accomplice. You are just as guilty.
That's right.
That's right. Come on.
That's right. That's what Cody Boy said. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this. Oh, I found another news thing about this case. See if you want to. Let me play it for you. Play it for us.
Began, though, a search
right
for
here.
answers here after human remains were discovered at a Northeast Charlotte apartment complex. CMPD says they're investigating this as a homicide tonight. Police confirming to WCNC Charlotte also, this is the same apartment complex where a mother and her kids went missing just last week. WCNC Charlotte's Tradisha Woodard spent the evening searching for answers also, and brings us the very latest tonight.
Well, I spoke with neighbors who say they were shocked to hear about an incident like this happening so close to home. They say they not only fear for their safety, but also for the safety of their kids.
It has me shaking up a lot.
Neighbors on high alert.
It's sad. Right now, I want to cry.
I can't even walk outside without being scared in my own neighborhood. That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
This comes as heavy police presence flooded the apartment off Orchard Trace Lane, with CMPD confirming officers located human remains in a concealed place.
Hasn't been identified. They just know that with what they have, they definitely want to look further into it. We have a homicide unit along with missing persons, everyone out here involved in this situation to make sure that we can come to a conclusion and find out specifically who and what is going on.
As CMPD works to identify the remains, they did confirm this is the same area where Markayla Johnson and her two kids went missing back on March 8th. Officials say it's too soon to make any connections to the remains found, but some neighbors say they don't have a good feeling.
Everybody's mind is like on that. It could be, but grace of God, I hope not. It can't be no other way.
They say the findings has them concerned about the safety of their family and friends, and will have a big impact on their everyday routines moving forward.
I do walk down here at night and come home, but I'm not finna be doing this no more. And this project is unsafe.
Wow.
Now, officials say warrants have been signed for a deeper investigation. We'll continue to follow the story and keep you updated. Reporting for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Tradisha Woodard.
Okay, so did you just hear what she said? The resident just said this project is
And
unsafe.
we're back in third quarter
So
planning.
that's a government assistance? And if it is, why did it take so long for you to access that? You are a government agency. Let it have been a drug situation going on where somebody was dealing, they would have kicked the door in. Come on now. Come on, seriously. This was a government-funded place, and you're telling me another government agency had trouble accessing? No. Absolutely not. Who is working at these places? This is what I want to know. Who is working and who? I think these people are just as sick as the criminals, because what is happening?
What's the name of that? What's the name of that? What's the name of that building?
I'm not
Anybody know?
sure.
Huh?
I'll look it up.
Okay, babe. Oh, I think it's right here. Social. No, that's something else I'm looking at.
Charlotte Apartments. Let's see.
Shit, I need to make you a damn moderator, girl. You be helping me look up shit and fuck everything. God damn.
It's not mentioning. Let's see.
I can't take this shit anymore. Something has to be done. I know, Cody voice. I know.
Yeah, it is not stating that. They're keeping that under wraps, but there's more digging to find out where this is, because usually they'll put a street or something, and then I'll just Google the street and see what is close. Oh, has raised. Oh, good. And that's just for the funeral. Mashallah. People.
Sad.
It's beyond sad.
Yeah, she was so young, Mama. She was 22.
Told you.
22, 4 years old, and 7 months, y'all.
Yeah. They should have done better with this situation. I mean, really, what is the excuse with the response time? And what is the excuse with the lack of resources that were offered in this case? This is something else. What? Wow. Oh, see? Oh my goodness.
What?
So listen to this. 2 hours ago, this is pertaining to the warrant. The warrant said, they said the search warrant says officers were able to access the apartment after the building in a case that were there was possible child abuse or neglect. Wow.
Wait, say that again, Mama?
The public, a search warrant made public Monday afternoon is giving new details in the police investigation into deaths of Markayla Johnson and her 2 young children, who were found deceased in a northeast Charlotte apartment. Police are working to extradite 34-year-old Benjamin Taylor, who was arrested on Saturday in Southern California. Okay. Oh, what? Okay.
No, I heard something about abuse and neglect.
Right. So saying something about he was charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of concealing a death. Interesting. Interesting wording. Okay, I'm getting to the part about this. Potentially that some sort of criminal activity had occurred and were able to get a search warrant and develop probable cause Friday. Okay. Within a week of doing the investigation from our missing persons unit, they were able to determine that all the leads were exhausted. The chief named Johnny Jenkins told reporters there was a potential that some sort of criminal activity had occurred. They probably just found stuff on the outside. The warrant says that they were able to access the apartment after building a case that there was possible child abuse or neglect. So there was something happening that her mom was like, you know, maybe she beat on the children or something because she has a mental illness, right? So they build a case on her in order to get the search warrant to go into the home under the pretense of possible child abuse and neglect.
Got you. Okay. Oh, damn, they had to do all that just to get a search warrant?
Come on, seriously?
That shit is crazy.
It makes no sense.
It don't. That shit don't even
It's insane. It took you that long. Her parents reported her missing weeks ago. And you're saying that you interviewed them and you told them to try to make you understand that she could possibly be abusive to her kids, and yet she was found unalived with the kids? Y'all, I can't believe this. Wow. And I was looking for the apartment. Let me see.
Katie says she just read that.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
No, you're good. I want to put
according to North Carolina Department of Adult Corrections records, Taylor, the boyfriend's criminal record dates back to 2007 when he was convicted of a felony breaking and entering. And then in 2011, he was convicted of assault on an officer.
The boyfriend was 34 years old. What's his last name? Taylor what?
His last name is Taylor.
Oh, what's his first name?
Benjamin. Okay. And then he got charged again with assault in 2016. And then in 2018, he was convicted of possession of a firearm by a felon plus some drug convictions. Come on, seriously? But they had to build a case against her? Wow. And even if the parents did say something to them about her being abusive, why didn't y'all have them kids then?
Okay. I got his picture right here. Did you see his picture?
People is foolish. Yeah, I seen him.
You seen his picture?
Yeah, I saw it. It just, Yep. He looks crazy.
Look at those eyes. Them evil motherfucking eyes.
Those are dead eyes.
Yep. Those is I don't care eyes. I can't get away with it eyes. Think I get away with it. You're almost dead, motherfucker. Wow. Okay, so this one is 1 day ago. Oh wait, this is a court thing. Oh, let me pull this up for y'all. Yeah. Shit, I'm on YouTube. I need to go to the other site. Google. A fuck? Google my ass down there. Shit.
I'm not having any luck finding the apartment complex.
Let me see. Well, what's this? Let me see.
Missing from still no still no idea on this apartment complex. And I'm sure that has something to do with it being government assisted program. Oh, this is so sad. What is this? Close. Has not been released. Imperial County. Oh, what? He almost made it to Mexico. Ya Allah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
They said that he was captured Saturday in Imperial County, California, near the Mexico border.
God damn. Well, he was almost there.
He was almost there. God said, not today, sir.
I know that's right. Queen City News. Let me see something. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw Benjamin Taylor, book review. Benjamin. Okay, so I got this one, but hold on, y'all. See, I want to see. Let me pull this up. Her Facebook says single, so I'm wondering if they were acquainted more so than a relationship. That's what Katie said.
I think it depends on how much she uses Facebook or how active she is, because I mean, people don't know I'm married from my Facebook because I just don't, it's not even, it don't say single, it don't say nothing, but I just don't like people out of my business.
Okay, Queen single Charlotte. Let me see. You know what I'm gonna put? Let me see something. I'm trying to show y'all the news that I got on here. I don't know why I'm having a hard time trying to. Why it's not on this one on the thing? I might as well just play it for y'all. Then shit, it was giving me a damn problem.
Where'd you find it?
Oh, maybe if I go to news, right? It says it's the Queen City News.
Did you find it through Microsoft Bing or did you find it through Google?
Google. I just Googled it.
Type in Google then. Like use Google to search for it.
Oh, okay. I thought when I do this, I am Googling. Oh. Yes,
Different
ma'am.
search, yeah, different search engines.
Oh shit. Okay. There we go.
Don't play on Beyonce internet, Brooklyn.
Okay. Stop playing. Don't play on the Beyonce internet. Oh, and we got it. Well, goddamn, girl. Shit. Ain't that something? Holy crap. I learned something new.
Every day I do.
Every day.
And you start experiencing hormonal weight gain. And
Let's see what these people got to say.
From experience how difficult it can be to lose that weight, especially around your middle. That's why there's Complete 50 from Nutrisystem.
Lose weight with Complete 50.
I lost 80
shown
pounds
in a study to reduce
it's
belly
good that
fat
y'all
by
can tell us how to do
8%.
Feel the difference Complete 50 can make in your life.
Get $30 off, plus get free shipping with promo code SAVE.
Tell me how to know how to get rid of psoriasis shit. Okay. Man suspect of unaliving Charlotte mother of 2 kids arrested in California. Oh. California. Interesting.
You gotta, yep, there you go.
You give us some more information. In California, police say Benjamin Taylor murdered 22-year-old Markayla Johnson, her 4-year-old daughter, Miracle, and 7-month-old son, Messiah. Queen City News reporter Daniel Pierce, live at CMPD headquarters right now. Daniel, we know that the suspect is no stranger to the law, and we're still waiting for police to give us some more information.
Yeah, in fact, on Saturday, police said that they were hoping to have the medical examiner's report released on Monday. We've reached out to them a couple times today to try and get any sort of insight or further information on this case. We are still waiting to hear back from them and hear back what the medical examiner report has found. I have, though, been in touch with reporters in that Southern California area where Taylor was picked up. They described the area as being remote, essentially the middle of nowhere. And they also described it as being near the Mexico border. Taylor is being accused, and the reason he was being arrested is for allegedly murdering Markayla and her 2 children, 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah. All 3 were reported missing in early March, about 2 weeks ago. Police on Saturday told us that they exhausted all avenues and leads and carried out a search warrant at the Orchard Trace condominiums in North Charlotte on Friday. This is where Markayla lived, we are told. All 3 were found dead. Authorities won't say
just said the name of the apartment there
was found. All they said is that they were found on property. Authorities also are still trying to answer the big question.
Did you get that? I can rewind it.
Found dead. Authorities, all avenues is for alleged that Southern California area where Taylor was picked up. They described the area as being remote, essentially the middle of nowhere. And they also described it as being near the Mexico border. Taylor is being accused, and the reason he was being arrested is for allegedly murdering Markayla and her 2 children, 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah. All 3 were reported missing in early March, about 2 weeks ago. Police on Saturday told us that they exhausted all avenues and leads and carried out a search warrant at the Orchard Trace condominiums in North Charlotte on Friday. This is where Markayla lived.
Oh, it's right here too. So,
all 3 were found dead. Authorities won't say where everyone was found. All they said is that they were found on property. Authorities also are still trying to answer the big question as to why this happened.
I don't want to speculate as to the reasoning behind any of these murders. It's too early to tell, and those are some things that that he might be the only one that can answer those questions for us.
We're still working to get a timeline on what extradition will look like and when the indictment papers will be handed to them, so that way they can be filed with the court system. We are still trying to figure all that information out, and also trying to figure out if police have had a chance to actually talk with Taylor. Live in Midtown, Daniel Pierce, Queen City News.
And hopefully we get a lot more answers here soon. Daniel, thanks.
You know, they have everything else written down here. Stuff the complex.
Powered by Jenny Craig.
Ain't that crazy?
Everything you need to support weight loss, wellness, and healthy living in one place. On demand and on your
But you caught it, right?
Get access to delicious
I
meal
did.
choices.
It's an orchard something. I pulled it up on Google already. So
personalized meal plans. Easy, convenient.
I don't see
everything
it in here.
on demand. Whatever your goal,
I do see
you're
it.
in control.
Orchard Trace
For a limited
Lane.
time, join Club Jenny and save $100.
Okay. Orchard Trace Lane.
The oh wow. Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's child.
When Barbara switched to TurboTax?
Wow.
I broke 4 generations of family tradition with 5 little words. Ma, I want to make perfume. Getting my business off the ground was a full-time job.
Let's see.
Keep the Google open.
Bedroom condo. That's not bad.
Thank you, Katie. Now let's go look up that shit.
Yeah, I'm here looking it up. The Orchard Trace Lane in Charlotte.
Let's see what they got to say about that.
Let me see reviews.
Orchard Trace Apartments. Oh, Orchard Trace Lane in Charlotte, right here. Damn, Google good.
Yeah, I'm looking at the reviews right now, and the reviews are saying someone said, "I wish there was a way for me to rate this place 0 stars."
Ooh, child.
And then another person said the hallways always smell like cigarettes, and it's not very clean. Yikes. Roaches. Oh, honey. Wow.
Let me see. Let me look at the.
Okay.
16.
Seems like it was, central and close to everything. I think that was the main attraction. Not a safe neighborhood. Police are here often.
Not worth the emotional distress. Roaches won't go away. I don't care how clean you are, how much they send that company to spray. Mold growth returns on windowsills. Unit needs reservations and the floors are damaged.
Wow.
Oof. Yeah.
So it seems like a place that nobody was really paying attention.
Oh, I think y'all see this shit again. Exactly. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this. Here we go. So these are the reviews. Somebody else said, beware. Please, 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 please do not move here. I'm 90% sure the other reviews are employees because this is the most disgusting apartment I've ever seen in my entire life. We moved here because we were between jobs and this was the only affordable option. Hold on, god damn. She wrote a book. Girl, what's your number? Let me call you.
Uh-oh.
Disgusting. She said, this anonymous. So I've ever seen in my entire life. We moved here because this was between jobs and there was the only affordable option for our family. Now they wrote this in 2015. It's been one of the hardest things I've ever had to sacrifice. I was so embarrassed to bring my kids here. The moment we moved here, I immediately began regretting it. The apartment is filthy.
Wow.
There were dead spiders on the sink. The carpet was stained. The closet doors were off the hinges. The patios were covered in leaves. The refrigerator is disgusting. There were bra straps in our closets.
Wow.
The tubs hadn't been cleaned in what appears to be forever. Maintenance is horrible. All of the appliances are outdated. And did I mention the roaches?
Wow.
The first right in our apartment was killed 4 roaches, but didn't stop there. After complaining on staff about the pests, they brought out their pest control unit to spray around the apartment. However, it didn't help. So I hired my own. Wow, that's bad when you gotta hire your own. There's always an area of loud noise, music throughout the night. None of the residents have respect for other residents, and most of the tenants allow their bad-ass kids to run through the unit. The carpet outside so it's basically nasty.
Yeah. Since for years. I mean, maybe they got new management, but the reviews are still showing negative. So, she just more than likely was trying to do what she could do, and that poor baby was struggling and suffering, and that man came in there and took advantage of that. That's sad.
Don't even ride past here if you can. That's deep.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
So with that type of understanding, those people could smell what was happening. People just don't care. And that's the problem. People do not care. They just don't. They found bodies here like 2 weeks ago that had been in the home. They're mummified now. When they got them 2 weeks ago out, and they said you could smell it like 2 blocks over. But all the neighbors, nobody ever called. It's just so sad. People are sick and disgusting. You know, we all need to take responsibility at some point. When have we turned a blind eye? Probably more often than we should.
It is close to the store and bus stops. So does she drive?
Well, I'm pretty sure the neighbor said that car that we seen in that video you just played, it was his vehicle, and then he also had a motorcycle. It didn't say anything about her vehicle, but they knew that was kind of like the means of transportation was through the boyfriend, that the cars were there since the last time they had saw her.
Okay, because she probably moved there too because it was cheap, and then you could walk to the store and the buses are right there.
Yeah, I mean, even now that it's kind of dawning on me, when the neighbors spoke with the police initially about them being missing and saying, I think it is weird because we see them all the time. And matter of fact, here are his cars. They've been there. Why didn't they kick the door in then? Because they've all could have been in there unalived.
That's why I was thinking when you said that they saw his car, I was saying like, okay, but why didn't they go inside? But you know,
I mean, seriously, but then you have to think about it. I mean, I've grown up in situations where the police knock on the door, you don't answer, you don't say nothing back, you don't. So maybe they took it as that, but like for how long? How many times did they circle back and go knock on that door? You know, and what was the smell? I'm just every single odor you can imagine.
I think they didn't go there.
Overcomes that. Anything you can imagine, the smell of death, it will overcome any odor that you can imagine, and it will stick in your mind. That's how strong it is.
I never smelled it. I don't ever want to.
Yeah, it's unforgettable smell, and it's always in your head. So I'm sad.
Yeah, I never went through that. Have you ever?
Me?
Yeah.
Plenty of times.
Wow.
Plenty of times. I know. I know that smell.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Mama.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, these are trained professionals.
Exactly.
You guys get hunches. You know better. I mean, you know better, do better.
It sounded like it was a party there also every night. Living in an orchard is like a party house. So it could have been a lot of drugs involved there also. You know what I mean? Allegedly, I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, considering with the boyfriend's, you know, record and stuff too, that still does not justify you know, the extent the case should have taken from the beginning. I don't care what you think you thought, but I just told you that my 22-year-old daughter, whom I speak to every day because of her mental illness, I need to check on her. If she doesn't answer, it's a problem. You understand?
Look at this.
Come on, seriously?
Check this out. Right, you see it, right? Ain't that some shit? She had a peeping Tom incident there, and the management didn't do a goddamn thing.
Why would they?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they could have kicked the door in and have this company take them to court at the end of the day. Like, with all these reviews, I mean, there's just so many things. It's a lot.
It's a lot, and this is sad. They did nothing. They failed this family, and I would sue the hell out of their asses. I really would. I really, really would. I would just, first of all, if they did a missing report right away, they definitely did not take this case serious, because How could you not when you got a mother with a mental illness with her 2 babies missing?
Yeah.
And then I'm sure they had to find out who she was involved with.
I'm
And they
wondering
had
where
to
these
did they look at his
accusations of abuse came from. Did her mom
did.
say she was abusive before? Like, where did these things? Because none of the boyfriend's charges would indicate that they suspected him of abusing the kids. Because, right, what the warrant said was that it was granted because of child neglect or abuse. So, yeah.
They had to know better, yeah.
Yeah, the neighbors.
But I'm guessing like, so she goes missing, they put a report, but don't they ask you, well, who was she in a relationship with? And once the parents tell, they have to look up his and he's been in trouble.
Yeah, but there was nothing in his rap sheet or any of the charges they put on if in the news that would indicate that he was abusive to children. It said neglect and child abuse. So I'm thinking that was something the parents told the police that possibly she could have done. Maybe they seen her strike the kids one time, or maybe, due to her mental illness, she was screaming at them, but they went to that extent.
Just to get a
come on, seriously? Like, she was in trouble. So the kids are in trouble. Like, why did the silver alert never come?
Why did it have to go that far for them to go? Why did they even wait so long, first of all?
I think people need to pay attention to these cases also in respect that we are waiting for police and law enforcement to do things that are sometimes legality-wise out of their scope, and things need to happen like what happened in the Soto case. They kicked that door in. They were not going to wait for warrants and alerts. They made it happen. So if you think your baby is in trouble in a situation like that, you kick the door in. You don't wait for them. Let them write you a ticket. Listen, honey, I'll go to jail right now for breaking and entering. But we're going to get sponsors.
Okay.
Because clearly they didn't try to get none.
No.
Drop the link, love. Katie wants to chime in.
Oh, sure. Katie want to join in? Sure. My Katie lady. The Katie with the baby.
It's definitely a distinct smell. It's horrifying.
Would you like to become a moderator, Mamita?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, goddamn, you be, helping with the...
I don't play on Beyonce internet, honey.
I know. Shit.
I get to it.
I know you can't come every time I do a live. I don't need you to come every time I do a live. Just, try to share my videos, and, if I need help with what we're doing now,
I brought my girl Lisa with me today, so.
Hey, Lisa, boo. I dropped the link, Mama, because, I'm going to ask you first, because usually I just be like, okay, you're a moderator, but now I got to definitely be more cautious on who I,
thank you. I'd be honored.
And I definitely need you.
I'm here for it.
And you're definitely aware of things, and I know you got my back, my best interests.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I just truly believe in what you're doing, and I appreciate it. And, I'd be like, that's what I was telling Katie earlier in the chat. I don't know. But I was waiting for you to come in. I was singing that song in my head. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn?
It was too funny, girl. I saw something like that. I was like, I'm over here thinking y'all can hear the thing. I'm like, oh, they're gonna say this is cool. Say something in the. Why is your comments not there from before? Weird. Say something in the comments, Mama, so I could tap it and make you a moderator.
Let's see.
That's weird that your comments not there from before. Oh, somebody said Jazz is awesome. Oh, who said? Oh, thank you, Kathy B. You're awesome too, Mama. I'm here. It's so cute.
Where is Katie at?
Okay. I made you a moderator, standard moderator.
Got it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
More. Was this helpful?
Thank you, Kathy B.
Read it in its
that kind of lifted my spirit a little bit, Kathy B. I think I needed that comment today. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow. That was a lot of information that was new for me, and
yeah, both of us. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Wow. It really leads me in my head to believe that they built this case, before they even really looked for them. Because then, didn't we hear them say that there were things outside of the apartment that caused them to believe? I don't know. They need to give an entire rundown on
in the beginning when they went on the first part of the news, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That they really need to do
you want
better.
Me to play that back again?
You should, because what is happening? And I think what's happening is they're saying so many different things in order to, deter the truth. Because I don't think they're being truthful. I think they know that they screwed this entire case.
Yep. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is so sad.
That on the nose. Oh, Arctic Foxes, he did one. Rest in peace, Mahogany. Okay, let's do the news conference one. That one, right? Because that kind of.
Yep.
Yeah. Hacking the doors. All right, hold on. Let me bring it up. Okay, the link isn't working for me with my mic. I don't know. I just read the family came by apartment on the 5th. What you mean the link isn't working for you? It gotta be working. With your mic? We didn't even see you up here. That's weird. Somebody messed up. Try it again. Let me try to. Try it again, Mama.
Yeah, try it again, Katie. But yeah, so I was just reading what Katie said, that they entered on the 6th, but nobody was there. Also, if we were listening to what they said that the bodies were concealed. So I just don't think that they did a thorough search. And that has happened so many times where they went in and there were bodies under a pile of clothes because they didn't thoroughly search. They walk in and walk out.
Kathy B said, do you think they went to the wrong apartment?
All right, is it working?
Yeah, you good.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Do you think they went to the wrong apartment? Hi, Katie.
I don't know. It just either the storyline isn't matching up and they're trying to cover their butts, or I think that he may have had another vehicle that they weren't aware of and he brought them back and placed them there.
Yeah. But I mean, it always seems like go with your first mind first. There's too many inconsistencies with the information they have been giving from the beginning.
I got the news thing again for you, Mama. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah. Let's see what
Saturday afternoon, but unfortunately have some grave news to report and some information to talk about in reference to a missing persons report that was first put out on March the 8th, on Friday, March the 8th, for 22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her children, 4-year-old Miracle Johnson and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson. As detectives began to investigate this missing persons case at the time, subsequently ended up conducting a search warrant at the residence here Friday, March the 15th. That search warrant unfortunately revealed the bodies of all three, Markayla, Miracle, and Messiah. And behind me is a grieving family that lost their loved ones,
Jesus.
And now have to move forward because of the hands of another person without their family members. This is difficult for me as the police chief. As you look at homicides that have been occurring across our city, nothing is worse than homicides of small children and family members, as we're seeing and talking about today. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that we bring closure for the family and also bring justice to the person responsible for these murders. And we're going to continue on until that is concluded. And as we said, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do everything we can. That includes a nationwide search for a person of interest that we're looking at this time. So with that, I'll take any questions and not a whole lot. Please understand that this investigation is moving forward very quickly. There will be some things that I will not be able to talk about just for the sake of trying to ensure that we uphold the integrity of the investigation and also be able to locate our person of interest. So I'll answer any questions you might have.
Is this a local person that you folks are looking for, and is there a vehicle possibly that would help to identify the person?
The person that we are looking for is within the state of North Carolina and South Carolina. However, we don't know where that person is at this time, but we are actively looking for her. Is that person the boyfriend? She was in a relationship. That is the person that we are looking for, that she was acquainted with. That is why we want to make sure that we know that that everyone knows that it's not a random act that we're talking about. However, she was she did have knowledge of who the person was that we are looking for at this point. So they were in a relationship.
Is this domestic violence related, or any idea what the motive is here?
Yeah, we have no idea on the motive. Don't know if we talk about domestic violence and what the motive might be. At this point, it's still very early. We won't know that. Again, at this time, we know he's a person of interest. A lot of this information will be coming out within the next couple of days. But at this point, we want to make sure that we try to do our due diligence to locate this individual and bring justice for this family.
Did that person have any prior violence or any kind of record or anything that might have showed that something like this?
Well, at this time, it is, like, again, early. I don't have the information as far as the history of the individual. And like I said, we want to be able to talk to this person to be able to get some answers as far as what might have happened out here.
Can you say how the victims died?
I can't at this time, no.
How did you guys know to get the search warrant for the property?
After you do a missing persons investigation, you basically have to exhaust all leads that you possibly can. At that point, within a week of doing the investigation from our missing persons unit, they were able to determine that all leads were exhausted. There was a potential that some sort of criminal activity had occurred, and we were able to get a search warrant and develop probable cause Friday. Yes, she was found in her apartment.
And were the children in the same area, same room?
The children were also found on the property. Again, part of the investigation that I won't get too much into, but all three were found on the property here.
Yesterday, we saw a gray vehicle towed from this location. Are you able to confirm any connection with whose vehicle that is?
I can't right now, no. I'm not sure if that was the vehicle. There was a vehicle on the scene that we had an interest in, but at this point, we don't know what the we'll have to figure out what the connection with that vehicle you're talking about is.
Obviously, Chief, it's bad enough for an adult to lose their life, but to have two children lives taken.
Yeah.
Mm.
As a chief of police, what does that say to you about that person?
Well, people ask me all the time, one of the most difficult parts of this job, and I have no hesitation in saying, is talking when we're losing the lives of our young people. I've been stressing for many, over a year.
I couldn't imagine because, them being cops and stuff and seeing this, a lot of ones that is sincere about this case. Like the one in the Cody's case, he was like, he takes this, it's bad that they have to take this home at night. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And he was just like crying and everything. The one that was in the Cody Byers case.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had tears and wow.
You know what? I was just
This whole case is like very not confusing, but it really is blowing my mind because I'm thinking of all these days and dates.
Yep.
And there's too many gaps. And I thought for like a warrant, I thought it could be presented that same day to the judge or the next day, first thing in the morning. So what was the hold up? A 5-day gap to put a warrant out to get in there.
Yep. And not only that, so I was just kind of.
And then they were 5 days until they did the missing persons report.
Really?
After they were reported missing, he said they filed a missing persons report on the 8th.
They did, or the parents?
Well, the officer on the screen said we put out a missing persons report on the 8th. Why did it take 5 days for that and the warrant?
Right. Because I thought it was just after 24 hours or for an adult 48 hours.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm like really mind blown. I'm like trying to piece all this together, and I'm like, this isn't adding up.
Well, to kind of, go back to what you were saying, that just kind of dawned on me about the status on Facebook. I'm wondering, did they have some type of secret relationship and she want to either make it public, or did she get pregnant? Because why?
Well, that, or I'm wondering if something previously happened and she didn't really want her family knowing that they were still seeing each other. Like if there was a DV or altercation or something.
Yeah, because they didn't say that, and I think that if they're not stating that now, I really want to question them, because why is so much information being withheld? And I think, like you said, all these gaps. This is really sloppy job, which they handle this case, because if there was a prior domestic violence, why did it take so long for that warrant to come? Why did the silver alert never come?
Well, and this is what's not adding up is they said that the family went by on the 5th. Okay, that's fine. Then they said a warrant, and the property manager went in and didn't see anything on the 6th, but then he said that they weren't reported missing until the 8th, and that's when they had the warrant. So something isn't adding up.
That makes no sense at all. How'd you get a warrant before you got a missing persons case number? It doesn't make sense.
Right. Right. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm like, they're trying to cover their ass at this point.
Yep. This is definitely going to be a major cover up, because like I said, and I'll say it again, there should have been some type of an alert that came for her. These kids are way too small, 7 months and 4 years old.
And they're saying they didn't even go in until the 15th.
But they so that makes you wonder when they did.
It really makes you wonder, because it said the property manager went in March 6th in the news article, and then he said that they went in on the 15th and found them.
So did the property manager go in on the 6th and say, hey, is anybody here, and then close the door, and nobody really went to search?
I don't know. It just really makes you wonder if there's a lot of loopholes and things missing.
Yep.
That we're not being told.
I agree. This is not looking good for CMPD. Wow.
I'm sorry. Look, another case. It don't stop. I should be a detective.
Yeah. Like, I want to go back and watch all these videos and write down everything they said just to try and piece things together. But I think they're already slipping up on dates and things.
Absolutely.
It's not making sense.
Absolutely. And then here in this video, he also states, we're looking for a person in the Carolinas, right? Yet you found him the very next day, all the way in California. They knew where he was before they knew they were in that apartment.
Exactly. Hey, you knew. Yeah, so the thing is he had so many.
She went with him to California, and I think they really just tried to blow this off as she's an adult. She's with her boyfriend. Leave it alone.
Okay. They entered the 15th. She was reported missing the 3rd. That's a 12-day gap. He had plenty of time to get away. Plenty.
Yes, that's right. That's what we were saying earlier. Yep. When he almost went to Mexico, you said, right?
He was right next to the border. County out. One county over from being across the border.
Shit's giving me anxiety. In cases, man. My thing, I have a problem with they waited so freaking long to look for her, and then they didn't even put an Amber Alert. Like I said, I know there's a lot of kids that's missing and stuff like that, but she had a mental illness. That's an Amber Alert. Those kids were missing. That's an Amber Alert.
Yes,
and given that warrant stated that there was some type of neglect or abuse, where was the Amber Alert? Where was the Silver Alert?
That should have been out immediately. It shouldn't have even been a 24-hour thing. This went on for 5 days before anything was issued.
Right.
Well, it didn't make the media for almost 2 weeks.
Right.
We're in the 3rd week here.
It just went nationwide.
Yep.
He said, but I haven't even heard about this till today, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this until a few days ago, too.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
When you told me, Mama, right?
Yeah. And I told you the day I found out, Brooklyn.
The day of the other day, actually. Just a day ago or something, right? Yesterday? Yeah.
Well, I sent the links a little bit before that. It was about Friday. Yeah, it was Friday.
A few days ago.
Yeah, it was a few days ago, but you know, and I still didn't even know that day that they had found them. I was just like, hey, this is interesting. This lady and her kids are missing.
Right.
And
all this information is new to us. Like, we didn't know we just finding out she had a mental illness. We didn't know that part. We didn't know, like, all this stuff. Like, I'm just so, this shit is aggravating. Like, for real.
And I think they're releasing it in increments like this so that people don't say, hey, what is the problem with you guys? Why didn't you take this a little bit more serious than what you did? It's ridiculous.
Right. They're trying to cover the ass.
Yep.
That's what they're trying to do. Cover their shit. Right. You got a freaking mother and her 2 babies unalive. But the po-po want to cover their shit. Oh, man, I tell you. This is wow. In our neighborhood, we see now that neighborhood ain't no good. They just stuck her there, because, DSS, maybe she was on DSS or whatever the case she was doing, probably on DSS. So they said low income housing, we'll stick her in the projects. They call those the projects, but it's not. Stick her in the PJs, you know what I mean? Where she got 2 kids. He probably wasn't helping out, obviously, because look where she living. You know what I mean? Just fucked up, man. Just messed up.
Yeah.
And he looked like the devil. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
He looked like, yeah, I've done it in.
Now, I want to know if the abuse thing was prior to this or if this is what he's telling them.
Like maybe he said that she abused the kids, unalive the kids, that which caused him to unalive her, because there was something about,
which could be that, but I'm wondering if he said that in order to cover his butt.
Right.
Oh, you didn't see the thumbnail? The young lady that was unalive with her 2 babies in the apartment. What was her name? Markayla
yeah.
Markayla Johnson. On her 2 beautiful babies. One was 7-month-old, and how old was the other one, Mama?
4.
4 years old. 4 years
The
old
daughter,
and 7.
4-year-old Miracle.
Miracle. I love that name.
The 7-month-old, his name is Messiah.
Messiah
and Miracle.
Wow. Miracle. That's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
The boyfriend did it. The thing is, the police dropped the ball. They waited for weeks before going to look for her and didn't even put out an Amber Alert.
Major. Yeah. And by the sounds of it, she qualified for a Silver Alert.
Yeah.
And then by the sounds of what, the chief is saying here, the children, they should have had an Amber Alert out for them because they got the, okay with the search warrant to go into the property on the basis that the children were being neglected or abused. So that should warrant Amber Alert. And it never came. Even after the fact. I don't care if you got it later. Why did it never come?
They're not taking shits. They just not taking things serious at all. But somebody fix a little child on the road and fix a kidnapping, and they go, phew.
Yeah.
They go haywire with that. Hey, Barbara.
Exactly. She has court on Thursday. Don't forget.
Yes, so we're gonna do an update on that
And
one.
so does stuff with the Lana Lanier case.
Do y'all remember Christopher Cooper hung on the pole? The young man that was hung on the pole, Christopher Cooper?
Yes.
I have an interview with his mother. We're just trying to figure out the time. Well, we got the time really, but as long as her investigators are all right with the time, then we got the interview. Christopher did you about the lady that drove and her dogs in the water? They saved the dog first. Huh? Did you hear about the lady that drove?
Christopher Cooper was in South Carolina as well.
You remember that one, right?
I'm just looking at it now.
I think you were saying there was a lady that drove her dogs in the water and they saved her dogs before her.
They saved her dogs before her? That's
what?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
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 I'm telling you, I mean,
nowadays we're out to fend for ourselves.
Pretty much. And I think that's another reason why they have the gun laws the way that they have them. They are trying to tell us something. America is turning into a free fall. Lawless land.
Absolutely.
They don't even have news coverage for him no more. Boy, I'll tell you something. I just don't understand. That's a shame.
That's why it's so important to have these cases covered and for the families to keep the case alive. Otherwise, it goes like a cold case. They just brush it under the bushes and don't care.
Yeah. It's a damn shame, man. Look at that. They don't even have... Gosh, I just don't understand these things no more.
The politicians need to be paid less, and they need to be having better programs to recruit a better workforce within these government, within the government branches, because it's ridiculous. I mean, and that's always like their go-to. We didn't have enough help, and we're struggling. We're, overloaded with this and that. It just gives that they don't care.
I wonder what the family is. It's a shame. Sad. The whole situation is sad, man. Okay, I found it. Here it is. So this is Christopher Cooper. I'm going to be talking about his case this week again. I talked about it before.
James Cooper.
Huh?
That says James Cooper.
Oh, I said Christopher?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was looking for Christopher myself. I'm like, hold up.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I meant to say James Cooper. I'm sorry.
I was just making sure we were on the same page. So
if I tell y'all what happened today, y'all will wonder, y'all will understand a little bit about why my head is a little bit anxiety. I'm just not gonna get into it. But thank God we took care of it. James Cooper. I did this case before, and I'm gonna do it again this week. But his girlfriend and him had broken up, right? So he decides to move on about his business, but he gets a phone call from her saying it's her last days to live. She has cancer or some bullshit that she said she had. And I also believe that she said she was pregnant or whatever. Well, he goes down there. They move into their friend house or whatever. Next thing you know, he's hung on a pole, unalive. I will be interviewing his mother this week.
And
the police
still have no leads.
Huh?
No leads still.
They saying he did it to himself.
Yeah, they're saying it's suicide.
Wow. That's good old Mississippi for you.
Good old Mississippi. So yeah, the girlfriend didn't have no dying cancer. She didn't have no was wrong with her. She lied.
But it also seemed as though he was trying to leave that relationship, was just kind of hanging around for support. So why would that turn into him unaliving himself?
Right. I want you to look into that. Look into it a little bit later on if you want. When you get time.
I still to this day believe she had him targeted.
Oh yeah. because like he caught her with a woman with another man. You know, she cheated on him, so that's why he moved on.
She could have possibly spun it too with her new guy and said he did something to her. You know, women are, you know,
Trifling.
Can be trifling and hateful.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
you know, manipulative. So,
Exactly. So, I should be, we're just waiting for her investigators to be okay with the time and, you know, stuff like that. Because she definitely, when she does interviews, she brings her investigators and her daughter on the thing with them, you know? And I understand, you know, it's no big, no problem. So, so
Yeah, I
far.
totally respect that. She probably has to watch what she says and things like that. So it's good that they can be a part to protect her.
Exactly. Oh, good night, Kathy B. Good night, baby. Thank you for joining, love. If she's still here. I didn't see that to now. Yeah, sad. So, I'll know more if the time is gonna be good or not, you know, and I'll put the thumbnail and everything out. All right. I had said 7 Friday, so you know, she said no problem. Let her see what her people say, and then we'll go from there. We'll see, and I'll put the thumbnail out. So sad case.
Most
Very,
definitely.
very sad.
I'll definitely check into it. And
Yeah.
as always, it was great to jump on here with you. Thank you
Yes, girl.
for that new position. And if you already have not, like, subscribe, share the video. And I'm about to get off of Beyonce's internet. So
bye, boo. Me too, girl.
I'm out for the squad.
Bye, babe. Bye. Thank you. And bye, what was her name? Linda. Lisa. Bye, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to my platform. I hope you do. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Katie, baby.
Yes.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
I missed you.
I missed you
I
too.
really did miss you.
I was suffering. I was like, oh my God, I need this. I need to watch this.
I really did miss you. I swear. I was trying my best not to send you no stories, no links, no nothing. I don't think I did I?
Some on Friday, but that was it.
Oh God, I
But
was
it was
trying.
all right. It was all right.
I forgot you went, and then I said, "Oh my God, wait, no, she's on vacation. I don't want to, you know."
Yeah, good.
I'm glad my boo boo back. But yeah,
Carly Russell has court on Thursday, and Dante from Lana Lanier is trying to do another bond hearing on Thursday as well.
I want to talk about that also. You know, maybe we should do an early live tomorrow morning on Alana. And who else you said got caught?
Carly Russell, the one that we've been talking about.
She's Thursday though, right? She's Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yep.
And Alana's Thursday too?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff with cases on Thursday, but I can catch you up on that off of here.
Yeah, I did see something about Alana Lanier's, and I meant to click it and post it. Something else grabbed my mind that quickly. Probably got
I
a phone.
still can't believe that other guy is still on the run.
Insane, girl.
But I think that's police failing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thumbnail tonight, and then tomorrow early, we could do a quick little thing on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and update some people with what's going on, because some people may not know and some are new.
Exactly. And then I think tomorrow night we have, let me see, because I've been changing a lot of stuff, and I did some just uploads and stuff. Put instead of the live, I did the upload after 10 years old of the boy. Did you see that? That's sad. He was trying to protect his mother.
Oh my goodness. No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to look.
Okay, so let me send it to you. He was trying to protect his mother because he heard somebody was trying to break in. He was 12
Oh
years
my
old,
goodness.
right? And his mother and his little sisters and stuff. And it's the mother ex-boyfriend pow the little boy
Wow.
multiple
I
times.
heard
And I'm not.
there was a case today too where a 3-year-old was found in a suitcase.
Another one?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Not the 3 years old that that was found in the suitcase. I think a year or two, and the mother was on the run, and they just arrested her.
I don't know. I have to look.
It might be
I have
that
to
one.
look.
The
It was
ritual
just
woman.
mentioned, so I'll have to look. Yeah.
The ritual woman or something like that.
And there's some new information that was released today on the Elijah Vu case.
Oh, really? Yeah, we got to do an
Yeah.
update on that one. All right, so I got some thumbnails to do after this, y'all. So we about to end it this so I can get these thumbnails out, and I could eat, and I could tell Katie what the hell happened to me today.
Oh gosh.
There,
I had a morning myself, so.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. We'll
I get
talk.
home and I'm like, it starts all over again.
Matter of fact, I'll call you tomorrow before we go
All
live
right.
and tell you, because it's
All
just
right.
10:04 already.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Get your thumbnails and eat and get some rest.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting anxiety right now. Oh, it might be my sugars low. That's what it is. I be thinking it's anxiety, but it might
It could
be
be anxiety. I have anxiety right now from just listening to this case because of all the different dates and everything not clashing together.
Yeah, but I be thinking a lot of my stuff, because you know how when you have anxiety, it feels like a rush, like a shaky rush, like a weird. I don't know how you get your anxiety.
Mine is like my adrenaline is like pumping.
Right. That's what. Yeah, but when my hands start to shake, that's when I know it's my sugars low.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I be thinking it's my anxiety. I think it's anxiety, which is not. It's the opposite. It's weird, and that's
Right.
how I'm starting to feel now. So I love you, my Katie baby. I'm so glad you're back, and I'm glad you made it back safe.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm glad you made it back safe. Thank everyone for joining. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. This was a very sad case. They definitely dropped the ball. We definitely will be keeping up with this case. And oh wait, I was gonna say tomorrow we have, well, more, because now I have to do thumbnails. But I had 7:00, Shadow of the Past. The foster boy that went missing a few years ago. Yeah. Let me send that
There's
to
a
you.
lot of cases like that.
Yes, it is. And I want to talk about stuff like that too, because this is insane. I send it to you. I didn't send it to the link to nobody else yet, but I will. But yeah. And it's that really sad with his case. I was listening to it a little bit. Because we'll get into it tomorrow, but it's really, really sad. And the kid is still missing. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna do some thumbnails so we can get an early start for tomorrow in the evening for Alana. Okay?
Sounds good.
And more cases. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Queen.